Hey y'all, this is my reaction video to Poetic Flacco, co-host and people that they bring up to the interviews and stuff like that, saying that this man has foul body odor. This is my reaction video to it. This is hilarious. I found this to be kind of funny, y'all. I will be down here in the chat. So as we're watching the video, y'all can read the people in the chat because the comments is what really keep the shit like funny. You know what I'm saying? These people are roasting this dude. Poetic Flacco is interviewer off of the No Jumper podcast. And I thought he was from Africa, but someone said that he's from North Dakota. But he's one of those big guys that keep a body odor. And I'm a big guy. One thing that you have to do, and take this time off to give free promotion. You got to keep your hygiene up, man. You got to keep the odor sprayers in your shoes. You got to keep good body stuff. You got to keep you some tag or something to throw on you, some Mr. Miyagi, Saki Miyagi type things. You got to be able to, because when you're big, you carry a lot of body fluid, weight, smells, and whatnot. And I sweat a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. And I'm a cold natured person. I got to have it cold. If it's too hot, you're a big guy kind of, so you got to learn, but you got to know that. Because if a motherfucker could smell you, you could smell yourself. And you ever been around somebody by like, this motherfucker stink. I know that motherfucker smell itself. So this is my reaction video. Like I said, this is just a little comical late night reaction that I'm doing. I found this to be funny, y'all. Let's go with it. Before we get started though, man, y'all hit that like button for me and y'all subscribe to the channel. The person with the 20th like, let me know that you got that 20th like. Once I hit likes, when I go live, we will be giving out $20 cash app. Superstar Fion, salute to you too, bruh. He just went live, y'all. Well, this is a video recording, so at the time of you watching this video, he's probably will be off of live. But during the recording of this video, he just went live. Salute to him. Pew pushing peace. Let's continue.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this issue that's going on with Poetic Jala, formerly known as Minyango Tokpa.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
He's been making headlines lately, so to speak, because of his foul body stench that he carries with him everywhere he goes. And he's been going around telling people that he doesn't smell bad anymore and that that's old and that he got it under control and that he started buying soaps and lotions and fragrances to keep himself from smelling so terribly. Well, now we have new evidence, and it's looking pretty damning at this point. This is becoming extremely problematic, and that's why I have to bring this to the table as a matter of public interest, okay? So we're going to start here with the first clip. And the first clip is actually going to be, it's not going to have anything to do with stench, but it has to do with height. Because Jala is obsessed with people's height because he's so short.
This is what, 6'4"? Okay, what is 6'4", 6'5", I don't know. Depends on shoes I have on my feet.
He's like 5'3", I think. And so he goes around telling everyone that he's 5'8", which is a blatant falsehood.
He's 4'11".
I think Steven.
You're the same height as me.
Stop it, bro. I'm a solid 5'8".
I think Steven.
So this is the type of misinformation that I'm talking about. So he's saying that he's 5'8", even though it's scientifically proven that he is not 5'8", he's like 5'5". And this has already been established. It's been officially established at this point.
play shit, but
He's trying to shake it. $100 right now, right, Josh?
For this?
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
$100 right now.
So he's betting Josh
I thought that he was actually taller than that, to be honest with you, because when you watching him do his videos and stuff like that, he just seemed like maybe he's just big and the camera's up there on him like that. He just looks bigger. That's crazy though. I didn't know he was shorter than 5'5", so he's a little short, fat, stinky little motherfucker. Let's continue.
$100 that he is over 5'7".
And wrangle for the people.
Yo, you raw dogging them shits?
Yeah, of course.
He got to.
Yo, buy some socks.
Bro, not
nigga.
wearing socks and tennis shoes is nuts.
That's mad nasty, son.
That's fucking.
I bet them shoes stink too. He looked like oh my God, boy, Poetic. You look like one of them dudes who your apartment got that funky smell to it all the time. and you don't believe in I ain't never understood people. Now I believe in the no dye soap, you know, the people with the soaps that don't have a color to it, or maybe the unscented soaps. And you know, I know motherfuckers that don't use scented soaps, they don't keep a funky smell. Boy, you gotta wash your ass, boy. And all that sweat under your arm, use the degree. The powdered degree, it soaks up the moist under your arms, poetic. But you too old for a motherfucker to be telling you about that shit though, bruh.
Crazy.
And that is true, by the way. To this day, he walks around barefoot in the office. He walks around outside in the street, in the parking, on the blacktop, in the parking lot, everywhere. He goes barefoot.
Shoes weren't invented until when?
Well,
So what are the penalties for not filing your taxes? Here's the damage. There are 2 different penalties you'll be hit with.
And so if you
shoes weren't invented until when? Put it this way, they've been invented ever since you've been alive, bro. Put them motherfuckers on, bro, and put socks on. Man, if you gonna wear shoes without socks, you gotta make sure you keep you some odor spray for your feet, bro. It keeps the moist and the wetness and stuff like that. It keeps it contained, and it keep your feet from getting wet and funky. But a big fat sloppy motherfucker like that, boy, you better put some goddamn socks on them Jones.
look right here, you'll notice that, I mean, you can probably guess why I might have a problem with something like this. I mean, look at this big toe. It appears to be full of fungus. And so he's collecting all these fungi. He's walking around barefoot, and then he's stuffing this foot into a shoe with no socks.
What?
That's going to contribute to the stench, unfortunately. And so this is just from a couple of weeks ago. This footage, nothing's changed. He smells terrible. And he definitely is not 5'8".
Right. Whole ass off.
Nigga ass crack mad long.
Turn around, gang.
Nope.
Oh, Pastor, what's that?
You're not, dude. Your hair's like...
Yeah.
Oh, Pastor, what's that?
Dude, you're under it.
Even your hair.
Oh, Pastor.
Even your hair is under it.
No, Pastor.
Yeah,
John,
that's
that's wrong, though. Bro,
Now what am I?
how?
He's not 5. He's not.
So what you guys just witnessed is Jala being scientifically proven to be 5'3" tall.
What?
And so this really bothers him. He does not want to be short. And this is what leads into our next little segment. Our next clip is from the latest scandal. And so I want you to pay attention. So Jala's going to get up out of his chair and start walking in his shoes. And I want you to look at his shoes, okay?
Man, wait here, bro.
text himself.
Wait, though.
Yeah, whack a cold nigga.
Wait.
Hey, whack text himself from a text app, cuz.
So he gets up and he starts walking, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, wait a second, something ain't right here. Something's definitely not right. And then so I studied when he came back, and I'm going to play that clip for you. Look at his shoes. Look at the way he's walking.
Okay, so he does have the number, by the way, so...
Is it my number?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. You gotta let the.
Okay, so I'm going to play that one more time in case you missed it. Look at this.
Okay, so he does have the number, by the way, so...
Is it my number?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. You gotta let the.
So what I'm showing you guys is Jala is walking like a woman in high heels.
What?
And this is because he is actually altering his height by placing items in his shoes, some boosting, like some sole wedges, something that's going to boost up the heel of his foot, creating an illusion that he is much taller than he actually is. And this is only illegal because he lies about his height. If he says, yeah, I'm 5'3", who cares? And he's going around boosting himself, then that's fine. But he is actually committing fraud here. He's trying to get his Wikipedia to say 5'8". That ain't going to happen.
What?
So he's actually extremely short, and as you can see, his heel is popping out of that shoe. His heel, so you can see where his heel is. It's right at the top of the fucking shoe. That should be seated deep down into the heel of that shoe. But the heel of the shoe is filled with God knows what. And so this technically is a violation. So I want to just show you that before we move on to this stench that he's got.
Boy, the internet is undefeated, boy. You cannot get up here and show face on this internet and cap for too long without the business being exposed. That's ridiculous, though. That right there is ridiculous. Let's continue.
And so I do want to explain what's going on with that. So Jala has always smelled awful. He's always smelled so terrible. And people that know him in real life understand this very clearly. It's a synonymous. When people think of Jala, they think of a foul, odorous stench. And it's well documented. I want to play this next clip of AD and Gina Views. And they're on No Jumper News way back in the day with Jala. I've shown this clip before. But it's extremely important because it shows Jala clamping his elbows down to where he's closing off his armpits because he's trying to conceal that stench. He's trying to clamp down on his armpits because they smell so bad.
Let's get into it.
Speak on it first. Speak on it first.
I want you to switch.
Speak on it first.
I want you to switch to being sensitive.
I disavow.
Okay.
You feel me?
So
And of course, the hosts would all make fun of him and discuss him because he smelled so bad.
what? Look at. I wasn't gonna say.
I
Nothing.
don't get close to him like that.
Last week was pretty bad.
Josh is nodding.
bro. Last week was really bad.
I mean, it was bad. There were fans stopping him in the street. He was running into fans on the street, and even fans that like him told him that he stinks.
What?
But you know what? I love you, Flacco.
Yeah, man.
But it's just,
Wait.
Flacco, let me.
I'm trying to find his Uber, man. What the?
Oh, Flacco ready to go.
Wait, is that bro right there?
Flacco, you do kind of smell a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hell nah, man.
You do kind of smell just a little bit.
Nah,
You heard what the dude said? Then Flacco gonna say, hell no, man. You bogus for that. Flacco, you stink, bro. If one person tell me, Pew, you got a little smell, I'm finna go handle that. I haven't been told that. Not even after work. Because see, if you bathe regularly, I don't care what kind of work you do, the smell ain't going to always be crazy. You might have that, after work smell, but this man's working in offices doing podcasts. You ain't got no business smelling, brother. But somebody on the street at night, it's the day that went by, it's nighttime, and you ain't washed your ass, boy. You couldn't have washed your ass. You didn't wake up that morning and wash your ass. Your fat ass ain't working out. What are you doing, brother? What are you doing?
At Watkins, every step of the roofing process is tailored to you.
Salute to all the channels that are monetized because they have commercials in there like that. Sorry for that, y'all, but let's continue.
Nah, bro. I think that's my. Yo.
So Jala runs into a fan on the street in open air. Jala is wearing a jacket and the guy still smelled him. What? The guy smells really, really bad, okay? It's really concerning at this point. And there have been lies being spread by No Jumper, by the hosts of No Jumper, and they were trying to spread this misinformation that Jala doesn't stink anymore. And I was furious about this.
I'm not finna give the No Jumper clipper.
Look, this dude said, doesn't stink anymore. I don't stink anymore. But they got big people that look like they have this smell to them. I know one guy in New Jersey. He just looks like, he looked like, I feel sorry for every seat he sits on. He just looks like he has that Jala smell. We're going to start saying that. Boy, you got that Jala smell? Do you got that Jala? Boy, that boy smell like Jala. Yeah, that's the new thing. Oh, Jala from Jersey up there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm on your ass, big boy. But let's continue.
You feel me? Like the quote-unquote... Yeah, like the quote-unquote like meme pages and commentators, any type of like
But
content.
there was something that you saw that upset you, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Why is that? Are you sensitive about your stinkiness, or is that like what's your relationship to that?
He said, are you sensitive about your stinkiness? Or is that just something that you get along with? He said, oh, what? Boy, it's bad. That's not a good rep to have, bro, because they got items in the world that you can use to clear that up. Some people don't like the smell of Irish Spring. Some people just like the smell of funk. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people get a kick out of taking their funky socks off and smelling them. They like that funk. That's your business. But when you're in public and you're conducting yourself around business, act accordingly, brother.
What?
He's been smelling better, fool.
But that was the
So Lush did only say that he's smelling better. He didn't say that he doesn't stink anymore. He just says that it's better. It's not as bad.
What?
So, but still, that is not true. That's misinformation. They're trying to protect him. They're trying to be a good friend to him. And so Lush is like, nah, fool, like, he's actually not smelling that bad. He used to smell like straight up dog shit, fool. That's on West LA.
What?
And he used to say this stuff, but now in these other clips, they're worried about Jala's feelings. So he's like, nah, fool, like, he doesn't even smell that bad, fool, like, on the set. And it's all lies. He's smelled bad the whole time. He smells bad to this very day, which brings us to our next clip.
Brother.
Hey,
Brother.
we did kinda.
Oh, kinda, Adam.
And it would have been a crime if we got into the J-Bo.
So Jalik walks in and immediately sits down and gives Lush a hug. And Jala's taking notes from Lush on how to be around females. And so he's like, okay, so he gave her a hug. Okay, so that's gonna be important here in a second. But I just want to show you that now. The 16's going to get up and go shoot porn somewhere. And this is where Jalik walks across because she wants to be in the more flattering camera view. So she's going to go sit next to Jala. And I just want you to hear what her comments are. Listen to this.
Julie's came back smoking, shit.
Oh.
Gun smoking.
If you weren't banned from the news before, man.
Adam smells good, y'all.
Damn.
Do I smell bad?
No, she smell good, but Adam smelled like he was like.
Look, your boy Flacco said, damn, like she said Adam stinks. In his mind, smelling good is bad. And apparently smelling bad is good to him. When she says, if a person says, damn, PewTube, you smell good. And somebody says, damn, that way, that means that's like, that she didn't say I stink or nothing. But you so equipped in your head to think that stinky is good. And good is not as good as not you. Yeah, that.
He had that Irish Spring.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, right. He didn't smell like a low. Smell like, yeah. No, hey, listen. If you weren't banned from the YoungBoy concert or tour,
So did you see how nervous Jala got? He's got an actual female sitting right next to him, and then she brings up how people smell.
What?
And Jala knows he stinks. He's had a history of stinking. Everyone knows he stinks. Lush always talks about him stinking, and she even says Lush smells good. She says the 16 smells good. Well, I mean, there's only one person left. So what you're going to see is Jala's actually going to lean in for a hug, and it's obvious what's going on. So Jala doesn't want to be the only one that's not getting any sort of interaction with this girl. Lush got a hug. The 16's getting complimented on his Irish soap. So Jala's like, I'll be damned if I'm going to be the only one that's not getting any play here. So he's going to try to do a little bit of light flirting, and he's going to lean in and try to hug Jalise. And this is fascinating. Look at this.
you hate her, but she's a bad bitch.
You talking about that?
Excuse me.
What? Like thick as fuck, big titties, big ass.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on your side, of course, sis.
We can't say she's not.
But I thought she's still a bad bitch.
We can't say she's not.
So like,
fine.
wait. So again, you got a bad bitch with you. You got a maybe.
So Jala
Did you see the way that lady looked? I'm sure he's going to slow it down because if I noticed it, I know old boy noticed it. And salute to him, too, for this reaction on me doing a reaction to his reaction, bruh. But that is hilarious. Look at how this girl looked when he reached his big-ass arm over there to go hug her.
reaches around with his massive tentacle and just kind of ropes her in, and her face is right near his armpit, and she gets a nostril full.
What?
And so she smells that stench, and look at her face. Her face says it all. And this was not that long. This was like a couple weeks ago. I thought that he got it all figured out. I thought he addressed his personal hygiene. This is a problem, okay? And it gets worse. There's another interaction with another girl that he has where, again, he smells so terrible. Look at this. This is with Snuggie.
So your nipple's not sensitive?
Listen, man, I've never gotten my nipples sucked. Pause, bro. How does someone, listen, yo, how does someone request this in like the, right, like, I don't eat coochie, but I feel like that's because, like,
okay, guys, be honest. Am I the last person to hear about Spree? I just heard it's going viral because it's...
All right. He looked so uncomfortable. This is a beautiful lady right here, too, by the way. I like that hair. The hair make a lady just so much different. Beautiful black queen right there. Look, he felt so uncomfortable. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want no woman playing with my nipples. Yeah, don't reach up there and play with that. You know, I always tell women this. One thing about my nipples, they're located on my cock. So if you want to rub my nipples, you know where to go. Look how this dude gonna act, bruh. And I know his breath stank like a motherfucker because one person said when he was talking on the mic and they went to go get the mic to talk on it, he had that lingering smell from talking on that mic for a whole hour.
Oh man, I'm lit now, you feel me?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't need to, bro, listen to your life.
And so this is where things start to get a little aggressive in this next clip here.
Cause look, bro, again, even gay niggas might try to like fake it a little bit, feel me? Bitch, stop. But if that
Whoa, so he just started like sort of wailing on her there, didn't he? So he was wafting his odor into her face and she had something to say about that. She was asked in the comments if Jala stunk and she confirmed that yes, he does.
What?
As you see here, someone says Snuggie holding the fuck out of her breath, and Snuggie comments and says, "This the most y'all heard me quiet."
What?
So he does smell.
Yeah, look, hey, she will speak her mind. And the fact that she was sitting up there, you could tell her look on her face, but they be so camera ready that they'll really go through that. They know Poetic Flacco, like he said, he's lit. He is a big YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check his channel out, Poetic Flacco. He got over 250,000 subscribers. He's gotten his YouTube plaque. He's certified. He's part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? But that does not justify the fact, boy, that you stink like shit, boy. Now, I know you big motherfuckers got a way of sloppy smelling. You know how big women take the time to smell real good and doll themselves up? Big guys, we gotta do better, bro, because you make big guys look bad, bro. You make all big black men look bad right now, Flacco.
Terrible for people to be. I mean, it's not that he just smelled kind of bad. It's that he smells awful, like dog shit. Okay, it's not a mild smell. It's not a minor problem. This is a huge issue, and it's affecting business operations. I think, they'd probably have more guests if it didn't stink in the room.
What?
You know what I mean? When Jala gets up out of that chair, you don't think that his butt cheek wind is just fucking pumping, just emitting, just discharging all these fumes into the atmosphere? So Jala stinks really, really bad, and I want it known because it's important. It's history. This is his.
He wanted to be known. Fat boy got a odor. We're gonna call Jala Jersey. Jala Jersey. But anyway, y'all, man, thank y'all for rocking with me on this video. Look, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell so you can get all the notifications. Catch me on my next live. Hey, y'all, I love y'all, man. I'ma holler at you.